Hi guys, welcome to this video on ordering numbers. Alright, when you're ever asked to order numbers from smallest to greatest, what reason would you have for doing that? Well, it could be finding out who's the quickest in a running race. It could be to find out who's got the most money, the most lollies to the least lollies. Lots of reasons for ordering numbers, okay? But sometimes it can get a little bit confusing. If you saw my previous video on place value, it's really important that we're able to read the numbers because that can give us a bit of a clue. Okay, I've also put our place value houses in here as well because we will use those to help see why numbers go in a certain order. So if the task was to order these numbers from the smallest first up to the biggest, okay, that's what the task is. So let's read each of these numbers first. Now at the moment it's a bit hard to read them. Why? We can't really see what house each of them live in, but remember each of our place value houses have 3 rooms in it. So if we just group each of these numbers into 3, starting from the lowest end of the number, 1, 2, 3, so ones, tens, hundreds, ones, tens, hundreds. That's a lot easier to read. 896, that must be the thousands house, 896,281. So remember, house with no name, thousand house, million house. Ones, tens, hundreds, and a space, ones, tens, hundreds. We've got 886,492. Let's look over here. Ones, tens, hundreds, and a space. Ones, tens, and it stops. 99,986. Up here, ones, tens, hundreds. We have a space. Ones, tens, hundreds. 886,521. Our last one here, ones, tens, hundreds, space, ones, tens, hundreds, space. House with no name, thousands house, million house, 1,420,361. Now that we can read these numbers, we can look at ordering them. Okay, and just to show you what we do, I'm going to put each of these numbers into our place value house. I'll just put them in what we've got here. So this number here, okay, I'm going to put in here. We had 1 in the ones, 6, write it a bit smaller because I've got a few to fit, 3, 0 in the ones, 2, 4, then 1 in the millions. 1,420,361. Alright, I'll just use a different colour so we don't mix up the numbers, so I've written that one in there. 886,000, well I can write that in there, 886,521. Now the next one is 886,492. This one here, we'll write in the other colour so we can see it. 99,000, 9 tens, 9 ones, 986. And our final number, this one here, 896,281. Better just draw those rooms in a bit more clearly. Okay, now I've got all my numbers written in there. I can order them. I need to find the smallest number first, okay, because that was my instruction. Now when we're assessing that, we actually always look at the numbers up here. Now to find the smallest number, Well, this one here must be the biggest, so I'm going to go next door. I have got a whole lot of numbers that have hundreds of thousands, okay, but I notice there is a number that doesn't. So because it's shorter, the biggest this number got up to was the tens of thousands. Okay, all the others made it to at least the hundreds of thousands. So I've just found the smallest number. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write that one first, or to save time here, excuse me, that's the first one, okay? So I don't mix it up, I'll just put a line through that. Now I have to figure out what is the next smallest. Well, it can't be this one because that's 1 million, that's more than all the others, okay? So it can't be this number here. This one is not the next one, so I'm not even going to look at that anymore, okay? So I'm just looking at these three. Now I have a problem here. Each of these are eights in the hundreds of thousands. Okay, we don't look at this one because that number is bigger. Okay, there's 1 million in that number. So we'll ignore it. So let's look here. They are all the same size, 800,000, so that doesn't help me. So I'm going to go to the tens of thousands. I've got an 8, which is 80,000, 80,000, 90,000. Well, 90,000 is bigger than 80,000, so it's not going to be this one. So now I'm just looking to see which one is smaller. So remember, I'm looking for the smallest out of these two. Hundreds of thousands are the same, tens of thousands are the same, ones of thousands, they both have 6,000. Well, I have to keep going. Now I look in the hundreds column. This number has 500. This number has 400. If you were thinking of money, which one has less money? The $400. So this number here is actually the next smallest. So let's find 886,492. Here it is here. This is the next one. So we're going to put a line through this one because we've done it. Now remember, we were comparing those two. So if that one was smaller, then this one must be the next smallest, because if we compare it with this other one here, 800,000, 800,000, 80,000, because 8 tens of thousands is 80. This one is 90, so this one's actually next. 886,521 is this one. So that's third biggest, okay, or third smallest. We'll put a line through that. Now we're left with two numbers, okay. We're left with this one here, 1,420,361, or 896,281. This one's pretty easy, isn't it, boys? I know that this one is the biggest, so that would be number 5, which means this one's 4. So if I was to order these numbers in order of size, I would write them out in order, starting with 99,986. I like to cross out as I go, so I don't leave anything out. My next smallest one was this one here, so I copy it down correctly, 886,492. Cross it out. Number 3 was this one, 886,521. Cross it out. Followed by 896,281. Cross it out. And lastly, 1,420,361. Cross it out, and that's how I ordered them, from smallest through to the biggest. Just be careful when you're reading instructions. Sometimes they tell you to order from the biggest to the smallest, in which case you would do the opposite of what we just did. But that's how you use place value to help you order numbers from smallest to biggest or biggest to smallest. I hope that was helpful, boys.